Hey everyone, it's Melissa Hawkins coming to you with another segment of Melly Talks. And we're going to do another segment of how to be a wife. This is going to be episode 2. And we're going to be talking about submission. Now, when I say submission, I know a lot of people, like my former self, probably think that this means you need to listen to your husband, listen to your man, do whatever he says for you to do. If he says jump, you jump. If he or you ask how high, I don't know, whatever. But that's not what this means. That's not what this means at all. And I'm sure we all felt this way because this is something that we heard from our cousins, from our aunties, or even maybe our mamas. And chances are, well, more likely than not, they aren't wise. Because if you ask someone, a woman who is married, what submission is and how she feels about it, you're going to hear something very differently from what you heard from those few people in your family. Your best examples for what a woman should be in your family. Now, that was my son, you guys. He's over here playing with his dad, doing what he does. 7 months now. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, these are fears and phobias that were implanted in our brains from these people. And I certainly want to be the voice that changes your opinion, especially if you are looking or seeking out how to be a wife, if that's what you truly want. Like I said in previous videos, I know some people will say, hey, not everyone wants to be a wife, Melly. Well, this video isn't for you. This page isn't for you then. I'm only speaking to those women who who don't have children and want to be a wife, or who do have children and want to know what they can do to eventually be a man's wife. So let's get back to it. Submission. Needed to be a wife. Without submission, you're not a wife. This is what men look for. This is what men who are husbands look for. And now, when I say submission, I do not mean for a boyfriend. And now, like I said, you have to be a wife before you are a wife. Therefore, in theory, the man that you're with has to be a husband or of husband qualities and traits in order to be, husband material. You have to do it before you actually have that title, before you actually have the ring. Okay? So now I'm not talking about a man that you're just seeing and he kind of makes you tingle inside, makes you feel nice, but maybe is manipulative, is abusive. You know yourself that this man probably isn't looking to be married, isn't looking to be a husband, isn't looking to make you his wife. I'm not talking about those men. I am talking about the man that you've been with for some time. You can see yourself having kids with him. And ladies, side note, we should not be entertaining men, having unprotected sex with men that we could not see being a family with, that we cannot see a future with. That's number one, but that's a different video. I just want to go ahead and say that. Back to what I was saying. Somebody you can see yourself in the future with, someone that takes care of your needs, takes care of you in every way that you deem necessary personally for yourself and your relationship, somebody that takes what you say into consideration, he respects you, he treats you well, all of that, the whole shebang. All right, someone, in a nutshell, someone that's a husband. That is who submission is reserved for. And now let's get into it. Let's get into the true definition. If you look up what is submission, you will probably see something like respect. The respect a wife has for her husband, and her attitude that she has that is solely intended to make her life and her husband's life more contentful, more peaceful, overall happier together. That is the definition of submission, ladies. It's not my husband is a general and I'm a soldier and I take orders, he barks orders, I listen. No. This is respect. The respect you have for him and your attitude towards him. Okay? So I have noticed that A lot of women, they have acknowledged that they're not very feminine, and they want to know what they can do to become more feminine. So, and this is one of those feminine characteristics that you definitely need to possess. You definitely need to be submissive to the right person, of course. Gotta throw that in there because, there's always that one person that's like, well, not everybody is worth submitting to. Well, then why are you with them if they're not worth submitting to? That makes no sense. Okay. Hi, honey. All right. So, I guess or back to the being feminine part. When you are argumentative with your man, when you have to have the last word, if he asks you to do something simple and you feel the need to fight him on that, you feel the need to go head to head with him, that's very masculine. Okay? And submission may be difficult for you to grasp. You need to first, if you think you're one of those people, you need to first acknowledge why it is when a man asks you to do something or wants you to do something, your brain immediately flicks onto, let me fight him and fight whatever it is, no matter what it is. Okay? Submission can also look like allowing your man, your husband, to lead. Now, I have used this analogy before, but we as women, we are the neck of the family. A man is the head of the family. The head cannot move without the neck, although without the head, the neck serves no purpose. We need each other, okay? So, ladies, it is very masculine of you to think that there are two heads to this family. If there are two heads, what are they going to do? They're going to butt. It doesn't work. Okay? It does not work. You should not be fighting your man for power and control. All right? And when I say control, I don't mean a dictatorship. All right? Once again, you should be with someone that you feel comfortable steering the ship, being the captain, being the leader, being, the conductor. All right? You shouldn't be with someone that you're not comfortable with them being in that type of position. And I'm not saying that, there's not going to be times where you may know more about something or a situation and y'all two come across than him, but I'm just saying that you need to allow him, you need to be able to allow him to steer the ship. All right? So I guess an example of that could be when it comes to the finances. All right? You should be willing to allow him to do what he needs to do and be supportive of what he does. Okay? The opposite of this would be, your man, your husband feels as if you guys in the family should take a business venture, a business move, start something new, or even relocate. Okay? Someone who is not submissive will threaten him, say, no, we're not going to do this. Or if you want to go and do this, I'm going to move with my mom and take the kids, things like that. Okay. That's a very extreme example, but the simple ones seem to be difficult to come by. But we're going to work with an extreme one for right now. So that's an extreme example. A wife who is submissive and supportive and plays that support role in the dynamic will say, okay, if you feel strongly about this, let's do what we need to do. Let me know how I can be of whatever benefit or, along those lines. Okay? You are not to be fighting him for that decision-making role. I'm not saying that if you don't agree with something, don't speak up. No, your opinion is valuable. Like I said, it's not a dictatorship. So a woman who is submissive is a wife. If you can't take a step back, and if you need to fight that man on anything and everything, you can't possibly be a wife. Because in order for a man wants peace, okay? And if anything he says, anything he does, you're always gonna have to fight him on it. You're gonna have to basically, no, we're not gonna go there, but you're gonna just try to and waving your opinion around the place. All right? So submission is needed to be a wife. And I can go on and on and on about how not being submissive serves zero benefit to you. So if you agree with me or disagree with me, please leave me a comment and let me know why. Please tell me why. Otherwise, I'm not going to respond. You know I love to have my debates and communicate with you guys. Otherwise, thank you everybody for watching. Please like, comment, or share. And I'll see you next time. Bye.